So why are you coming in today?
Well, I had a really bad day at work, and I just needed to talk to somebody about it.
Okay, where do you work?
I work at Walmart.
Really?
hmm
And what are some of your typical duties?
Well, I mop floors, I fold clothes, I restock shelves, just pretty much non-important stuff that anyone could do.
Well, not necessarily. Why was today a bad day compared to others?
I just feel like I'm not a part of the team. I feel like if I was removed from the workforce, it wouldn't matter, and I'm not important, and the store would go on perfectly fine without me, and my work is invaluable. It's not valuable.
Not valuable. It can be hard to find individuality in a workplace with so many people doing the same job. Does that feeling stem from, do you have friends at work? Do you talk to other people?
I have a few acquaintances, but I wouldn't say I have any friends at work. I don't know, I just feel like I feel like an outsider. I feel like I'm not part of their,
You feel alienated?
yes, I feel like I'm not a part of their little gang.
Ah, did you get there after them, or has it been
I've been there. I've only been there about 2 months,
2 months?
and most of them have been there for quite a while, so I feel like they all already know each other,
Right.
and I'm just on the outside fringes.
Are you close with the manager that's in charge of your position? Have you talked to them about this, or?
No, I feel like talking to somebody about it wouldn't really help.
Right. So, in your day-to-day duties, do you come in contact with a lot of your coworkers? Do they greet you?
Well, they give me little smiles and little hand waves, but it feels fake. It feels like they just are doing it because, I'm a coworker, not because they actually want me to be acquainted with them.
polite.
Yeah, just to be polite. They don't feel like they're actually my friends.
Well, what made today so bad compared to other days? Like, what would a good day be at work?
A good day, my coworkers will, say hi, maybe a little bit of chit chat while I'm stocking the shelves. But today, it was like no one wanted to talk to me. I probably said like 5 words the whole shift. I was off by myself in like a remote corner of the store.
Right.
And I don't know, I just didn't really have any human contact.
How was morning before you got to work? Did you have a good morning?
Well, I had my coffee and my cereal and ran into a bunch of traffic on the way to work, so that made me salty.
Ah,
But once I got there, at first it was a normal day. It was just the whole, feeling excluded from the rest of the gang is what made my day bad.
right. Do you think that maybe that traffic led you to be a little bit more frustrated when you walked in more than usual?
You're probably right. Yes, I was probably already in a bad frame of mind when I walked through the door.
Right. And then people feeling distant from you didn't help anything.
Not at all.
Right.
No.
Great. Well, do you ever feel that way in other realms of your life and other social circles?
Well, my family, I'm a middle child, so I feel like my whole life, my older and my younger siblings have gotten all the attention, and I've just been like there,
Right.
almost invisible, I guess. But yeah, I feel like that's just how I feel at work now.
Right. So maybe those feelings when you were younger now makes you feel like people are still being distant, even when,
You're probably right.
yeah. So, I mean, in regard to when you were younger, did your parents ever say anything to make you feel ostracized from your siblings?
No, they weren't bad parents. They just didn't give me the same attention that the youngest got or the oldest got. And obviously, when I was the youngest, I feel like I got more attention. But once the younger ones started being born, it was just like I didn't matter as much as my older siblings who were going off to college, and I was just kind of there while the younger ones were being taken care of.
Right. How far apart are you and your siblings?
Several years.
Several years.
Yeah, it's about each one is a pretty similar gap. It's about 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. So my next oldest brother is 23, and the younger brother under me is 19.
How many siblings do you have?
12.
12?
Yes.
Wow, yeah. That must be difficult for your parents to try to distribute attention
Yes,
equally.
they're still pumping them out.
Oh god. Yeah, so that definitely would make sense if, as a child you didn't get as much attention as maybe you deserved when you were growing up. Do you have any happier memories when you felt like you were being, paid attention to more than others? Any specific events?
Well, I remember a baseball game that both of my parents came to, and I hit that homer. Went right over the fence. I remember my dad stood there clapping, my mom cheering my name. And I've been chasing that high since I was 12 years old, so that was the only modicum of love that I've ever received from either of my parents. So I've been chasing that, looking for it in Walmart.
Oh. Did you have a lot of friends when you played baseball in your league and on your team?
No, I did not.
No.
Maybe one or two, but like I said, I always felt like my friends were always just being polite. Not actually wanting to be my friends,
Do you ever think that maybe that feeling is just something that's followed you? Because obviously, your family loves you, your siblings love you. And so maybe that feeling isn't necessarily the way that other people feel towards you. Have you ever talked to your parents about feeling this way?
No, I feel like I shouldn't bother them with stuff like this. I feel like it wouldn't be a big deal to them, so I shouldn't even bring it up.
I'm sure they would care if you discussed that with them. Obviously, they might have 12 children, but every one of the 12 is
13.
13.
I have 12 siblings, so...
Oh, counting
13.
you, right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that despite having so many, they still care individually for each one of you. You all are very different, even though you're all from one family.
You're right. Maybe I should bring it up to them.
Yeah. Do you have people that you see outside of work? Do you have friends in your social life right now?
Not really.
No?
Pretty much just work, home, sleep, I would like to make friends at work, but like I said, I feel like they're all just faking, just being polite.
Do you feel like maybe if you started to do something outside of work, like maybe if you joined a baseball team or something like that, you would be able to make more social connections through that?
You know what? That had never occurred to me. You might be right, doctor.
Yeah. See, if you have a similar interest, it makes sense if people would want to be around each other. It might help to dispel some of that feeling that you're not wanted or people don't feel the need to have you around.
That's a really good point. I could do baseball, I could do a tap dancing class,
Yeah.
whatever.
Do you excel in tap dancing?
I'm very good.
Oh, wow.
I went national champ, actually, 3 years
Oh my
running.
goodness. Why did you stop?
Well, I just felt like my family didn't appreciate me or love me even I was just trying to impress them, and I never even got a phone call congratulating me for it.
Even when you were so accomplished with your tap dancing?
No, never even got a phone call.
You have to take into account that maybe with 13 children, as much as I'm sure that they really recognize that you're an excellent tap dancer and they're very proud of you, but maybe, there were another kid having an emergency, or maybe they were picking someone up from school. Definitely, I think it would be worth it to discuss your feelings with them, because they probably don't even realize that you feel this way.
You know what? You're probably right. I mean, if my son won the tap dancing national tournament 3 years in a row, I would at least give him a phone call.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll bring it up to
3
them.
years in a row.
3 years of running,
Wow.
yes.
That's incredible. You have a lot to be proud of.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I practice a lot. I feel like my skill stems from baseball. The tapping my foot on the base just led to...
It's footwork, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really great. So do you feel like maybe if you talked to your family and maybe made some more social connections, you think you'd be able to approach someone at work and, maybe progress that, coworker relationship to something that could be a little more friendly than an acquaintance?
I actually think that I could. I feel like if I treat them more like a friend and less like a coworker, I think they might treat me like the same way back.
Right, absolutely. That's really great. Yeah, it's just keeping that mindset that maybe you're not having a good day at work and they see that in you. So maybe they don't want to push you or they don't want to bother you because you're showing them that you're not having a good time, or maybe as much you don't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm sure if you projected that you were open and willing, that people would come to you.
Thank you, doctor.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'll see you next session.
absolutely.